Hello, friends. So this is a follow-up to the video that I did a few weeks ago. I know I said I would probably be doing more videos addressing certain topics, and it's because my video last week was already so long. I feel like I still didn't get to talk about all the things I wanted to talk about, so I decided I'd do some more videos, addressing those topics, and hopefully they probably won't be as long as that one. But for today's episode, I decided to address, ever since, all this COVID stuff started 6 months ago, we've all been kind of cooped up in our houses with the same people. And I don't know about you, but I feel like, being around the same people all the time can really drive you crazy. And in my case, I live with my dad. So he's pretty much, for the most part, he's like the only person I've seen in the last 6 months. And I've often feel like I've never really gotten along with them that well. And ever since I was born, I always got along with my mom a lot better. Yeah. But see, I recently told him, that I'm sick of him. And that really hurt his feelings. And he said, are you sick of me buying food for you? Are you sick of me cooking for you? Are you sick of me breathing? And I said, well, I don't know. It's just that I'm sick of being around him all the time. And I know that other people have actually said that they've actually been thankful for the few people that they have been able to be around. But yeah, I just feel like I'm going stir crazy. And I need to interact with more people. And it's just that, who knows how much longer this is gonna go on for. I've heard some people say it could even be another year. But so it's I'm sure that even if I didn't live with my dad, of course there's a lot of people that live alone. And it's they just be upset about, being stuck in their house. I'm not necessarily stuck in my house anymore because things have opened up. And I've gone for walks, around the neighborhood, and I've gone to the store. But it's people still aren't gathering in large groups. And I think the big problem is my program still isn't open yet. And I feel but it's even when my program was open, I wasn't completely happy with my life, but I was definitely happier then than I am now. So okay, yeah, so I just feel and because as I said in my last video, my mother was pretty much my guiding force. She was an amazing woman. And she wasn't just my guiding force, but she was the guiding force of the family, And I feel I don't have that anymore. And I have been trying to reach out to people, like people who I've known a really long time. Like people who have known me for pretty much my whole life. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. In fact, I'll probably keep it to about 10 minutes, if even that. But see, the other thing is, about what I'm going through with my dad right now is sort of like, well, okay, here's the thing. I think that the way I've been acting is actually sort of like a teenager, because I think teenagers almost always go through a time where they rebel against their parents. And I guess that's what I'm still going through today. And I'm just not over it yet. In fact, there was actually even a time a few years ago when my mother was still alive, where we would have this block party on our street, and when my parents came, I actually screamed at them real loud and told them to leave, because I didn't want them there. I wanted to be there by myself. And there was actually another time after that. This was actually not too long after my mother died. But I was actually gonna go out for ice cream with one of my friends. And see, I don't even usually tell my dad if I'm leaving the house. I usually just, I just leave whenever I want. Because it's like, I don't have to tell him everything. I'm an adult. But this friend of mine said she wanted me to tell my dad, just because I guess people who live with each other usually let them know if they're leaving. But we had a huge argument about it, and we didn't end up going anywhere. So yeah, I guess it's like, even though I live with my dad, it's like a part of me tries to pretend that I live by myself. And part of the reason why I'm well, one thing that helps is that my dad actually has a girlfriend that lives in Syracuse who he goes to visit every other week, and then every other week she comes here. So right now I'm here all by myself, which is why I feel like I can do this video right now, so I don't have to worry about being interrupted. Because see, that's another thing. I just hate being interrupted, and that was actually an issue a few weeks ago. But like, when when I think back to, my teenage years, sometimes I actually wish that I was part of a different family than the family that I'm part of. I wonder if anyone else ever feels that way. But another issue is that, my dad's actually, he's kind of retired now. I mean, he's almost 70. So I think, of course, I think the COVID stuff, it has something to do with the fact, that I'm around him more, because now I'm around the house all the time too. But like, I know that, like, some people, they've said that they're probably gonna be working from home from now on, and I just don't see how that can make people happy, because it's like, I just miss ambient street sounds, You know, the sounds of cars and trucks, you know, and trains. And it's like sometimes I just miss the city itself. And like even just the buildings that I used to go to before COVID. And I know that a lot of kids are back in school now, even though not full time. And you know, I kept thinking it's not gonna be like it was, but apparently the kids tend to be pretty happy. But anyway, I see we're at 10 minutes, so I think I'm probably gonna end here, but I just wanted to get these thoughts out there, and tune in next time when I talk about finding your friends. Okay? Bye.